This is an overview of this Node.js team profile generator application. This is a console application and can only be run from within your terminal. So we'll go ahead and inside of this directory, the team profile generator, which is here, you will see that there are a number of different documents that make this application possible. So the easiest way to run this is to run node index, which will then run the code that is in this index.js file. You run it, it takes you on a prompt for, it said manager, we'll put the first name of the manager, which we'll just do test, email, test, office number, let's do 1, why not? Would you like to add another employee? Yes or no? We'll say yes. Now this time instead of manager, choose engineer. And we'll say test, test, test. Would you like to add another employee? Yes, we have one more class of employee, which is intern. So now we'll do test, test, and the school is test. As you can see, the prompts were different depending on the different type of employee. So would you like to add another employee? No. Now we've added each different class of employee. We can run no. And then the ultimate test to see if this worked will be to check will be to look at this file if it is working in. And so you can see the tests, there's number 1 test this was the number I put in for the office number. The ID, as you can see, the ID is auto-generated 1, 2, and 3, according on which one was put in first. This email, if you click it, it will open mail. If you click on an engineer, which you can see this one's class of engineer, if you click the GitHub, it will open a GitHub for test, which that was just a random value. So the other thing you can see in this application is that dependent on the class of employee that you select, there's a different icon. And there are, once again, the card itself is different. They all have an ID, they all have an email, but a manager has an office number, an engineer has a GitHub, and an intern has a school. So, based upon this will successfully run. The final thing to test here is literally if this application will run the tests. So we'll do npm test, and it passed all of the different tests. There are 4 different tests, 1 test for each class: employee, engineer, intern, and manager. All of the tests pass. Why do they pass? We can look at this one here to see. For the manager class, it creates a new manager to successfully run the test, and then you test if the type of manager is expected to be an object. It is an object, and so it therefore passes the test. Once again, all of these different classes, every class is an object, so they return an object if it's true. If somehow it had passed in that it was a string or a number, it would come in incorrect, or worst case, if we saw it was undefined, which that would mean that you would have a part of your code where it does not correctly define one of the classes as a class, which is a JavaScript object. So that about sums up how the team profile generator application functions.